Deebo Samuel wants his money, America. He wants his money. But it seems like the 49er front office and Deebo is at an impasse. And some in 49ers Nation, Bang Bang Niner Gang, been coming at Deebo sideways.
They ain't been me, Lord.
About this, okay? Deebo Samuel says he has received racist DMs. He's also received death threats behind him demanding more money from the San Francisco 49ers. So this has prompted me to ask my brothers. We have two resident 49er fans here with us, okay? Where do they hold Deebo? Do they think Deebo is a top 5 wide receiver? Do they think Deebo is one of these guys who should be commanding the kind of dollars that he is requesting? Or do they think otherwise? Okay. You know, I feel some type of way about this, America, because I just lost a top 5 receiver, but I digress. Okay. T, is Deebo a top 5 wide receiver? And to add on to that, do you think your squad should just go ahead and give him the money?
Okay. So, yeah. Like, we talk top 5. We want to go pull numbers. We want to get some results, right? We want to understand what the market says when it comes to being a top 5 receiver. Some people equate yearly salary to somebody being top 5, right? So looking at Sport Track, right? Tyreek Hill is currently the most paid wide receiver in the league. He's paid $30 million average. Next is your boy Devontae Adams.
He don't play for me no more.
He's still your boy. He's still your boy. He's still your boy. Don't do him. Don't do him.
He does not work for me anymore.
Like that. Don't do him like that. Your front office did him like that. He your boy. $28 million a year. Then DeAndre Hopkins is at $27.25 a year. Stephon Diggs, $24 million. And DJ Moore is at $20.6 million average.
What?
DJ Moore, you heard me. So now I'm gonna ask you a question. Who you got? Deebo Samuel or DJ Moore?
Deebo.
Okay, so we just answered the question. You can end the segment. You can pull the plug, shut it down, go to you and my goddaughter's plug, and be through with this, because this is a wrap. This is over with.
Then why is your fan base doing this?
Because my fan base is stupid. They ignorant. Okay, there's no man in the league that does what Deebo Samuel does in terms of saying, "Look, I'm good with going in the backfield and running for a few tubs. I'm good with lining up at slot. I'm good with lining up outside. I'm good with doing whatever you want me to do. I'm the nasty guy." And you know what? In the way we scheme and do things with the 49ers, that's very necessary. It's necessary that he does those things. This dude is a Swiss Army knife. He's a spark plug. He's a plug. He's physical. He's strong. He's hard to break down after the tackle. He does any and everything that we as 49ers want done. They don't want to pay him because they just don't want to pay him. Let's just get to the bottom of it. They don't want to pay him because they just don't want to pay him. They look at him and they've used him up, and they think to themselves, well, we can find another one of you. We don't necessarily have to pay you $20 million a year. We don't have to put you in that top 5 ballpark. You ain't worth 30. You might be worth 20, but the way we do our franchise, we don't pay the receiver that way. It's kind of like the New England thing. What New England receiver you knew got 20 mil? They don't do that. That's just what the Niners are. The Niners don't do that. They ain't trying to do that. They want to pound you, ground you, Get a kid that fits their scheme, bring him in, ball him out for 3 years, and then we ship him off. Keep it moving. But he's a top 5 receiver because he just does so much. And he does it so much very well. But they're not gonna pay him. I already have accepted that. Listen, I've accepted that we're not gonna be nice next year. This is where I'm at right now in my life.
Mhm.
We're not gonna be nice next year. If they don't make this right, if they don't pay this guy, we're not gonna be nice next year. He's the sole reason why. He is the sole reason why we were in the playoffs and we were very close to making the bowl again because of him. But they don't want to acknowledge that. They want to act like you just was a product of the scheme. And Kyle Shanahan, who don't use timeouts in second quarters when your team is driving and doing things to make the Super Bowl against the Chiefs a little bit more, interesting. The coaching thing, the management of time and stuff like that. We've still questioned about Kyle Shanahan. See the Atlanta Falcons, but that's neither here nor there. They don't want to pay him, fine. We'll just be behind Seattle and Baker Mayfield.
Okay, we'll get to that Baker Mayfield thing. Caesar, do you think Deebo is a top 5 wide receiver, man? Does he deserve what's the reaction he's getting from the 49er nation right now?
Yeah. That part is very easy to explain. No, he doesn't deserve any of that, regardless of whether he wants his money or not. Deebo Samuel is the reason that, like T said, the 49ers, one of the reasons, but the main offensive reason that the 49ers were successful like they were last year. I think when you get into semantics, this is where Deebo is in a little bit of trouble and why the 49ers don't want to pay him. Deebo does line up all over the field. That makes him like one of the greatest threats in the NFL. But when it comes contract time, it's a little bit tougher because you say, what are you? Are you a running back? Are you a wide receiver? Are you a slot receiver? That's 3 different price tags. If you're a running back versus a slot receiver versus an outside receiver, that money is totally different. Deebo Samuel will tell you it doesn't matter where you line me up. I'm one of the best where you line me up. You know what I mean? And I'm inclined to agree with him. I'm just telling you, like, that's the game that he has to play when it comes to this money. So while he may seem like he is complaining for top 5 receiver money, he's really fighting a bigger battle. It's the same battle that Taysom Hill had to fight with the Saints. It's the same type of thing where you might see a slot receiver trying to fight for that outside money. Tyreek Hill was able to break through because he's an anomaly, right? It doesn't matter where you line him up, but he's the fastest player, most explosive player in the league. I think Deebo Samuel is the same type of guy. I really do. I think no matter where you put him, he is a game changer. The 49ers, though, can also say this. And it just depends on what school of thought you're from. As a 49er fan, I would like to hear what T and Joe think about this. The 49ers can say, well, Kyle Shanahan and the offense make Deebo successful because we know where to place him, when to place him in the game plan. Because everybody tells me Kyle Shanahan is just this amazing game planner, this play caller. So maybe it's not Deebo Samuel that is great. Maybe it's the play calling. And if Deebo Samuel is to leave San Francisco and go play for the Jacksonville Jaguars, he's not going to be as successful because that coaching staff wouldn't know where to put him. So that's another school of thought. Is his success a product of the franchise? I wouldn't play around with that if I was San Francisco. I would also say if Deebo wants out, the Cowboys need receivers, running backs.
There you go. Here you come trying to buy. You a slick mofo.
And anything else that Deebo like to do,
you ain't slick.
We have spots available.
You ain't slick. All slick
for him. So be careful what you wish for now, because
Mike McCarthy will ruin your career.
We've seen some crazy things when it comes to the NFL draft and trade situations.
You can have AB.
So if you're just looking to push him out the door, 49er, bang bang, Niner gang nation.
Here you go.
Bang bang, get him out of there.
Here you go. Bang bang him where? Bang bang him where?
Get him out of there.
Where you go?
That's all I got. No, seriously, man. Deebo Samuel is one of the most dangerous offensive weapons in the game today, and the 49ers will be foolish. Will be foolish to let him not get what he needs to be comfortable in Santa Clara where those guys play.
Man, they tough.
JoJo, why y'all doing this man like this? Is this man not top 5 or something? Why y'all doing this?
Man, this is a lot to unpack.
Oh yeah.
Let me start off with the death threats. That's just ignorant, okay? But I will not put that on the Niner fans. I actually
y'all the one doing it.
Wait a minute. That's rude.
Differentiate.
That's rude.
Differentiate.
That's rude.
Okay.
I am inclined to think that it's actually. I thought it was just the Packer fans that's posing as Niner fans that's doing this, but after my brother's Ray tape, I think it's also some Cowboy fans.
See what I'm saying?
That's posing as Niner
this
fans.
is what Deebo told us, not what somebody made up.
I
Deebo
know what he
said
did.
that.
He can misspoke. He grown. Listen. Does Deebo deserve his money? So the problem I have is I don't really know what the Niners offered. I don't know what Deebo is asking for. If he's asking for anywhere between the 27 to 30 range, does he deserve the money? Yes, right? But I know if you have a wide receiver that's making that much money on your team, it's a good chance your team may not end up being that good.
It is tough.
Okay. I.e. the Saints, they had Michael Thomas making $20 million. He wasn't even playing. And forgive me, Ray, but the Cowboys as well. They had Amari Cooper, who was making $20 million, where that money could have been spent on defensive players.
See how he slow walked into that?
I'm just saying.
Forgive me now, my brother.
But he's older. From a business standpoint, I understand the Niners not wanting to spend that much money. But here's what I want to say.
You gotta do it.
It would not be a problem if they would have went ahead and got Jimmy off the team.
Thank you.
You wouldn't have that problem. You could go ahead and pay Deebo his money. Get Jimmy off the books. Let him go. June 1st post cut. Whatever you got to do, get him off the books. And you can pay Deebo. I think Deebo is worth it.
I think he is too.
To the point that Ray was saying about him playing so many different positions, that affects your contract. You brought up Taysom, but you remember Jimmy Graham went through that with the Saints.
Same thing.
He wanted wide receiver money because they was lining him mostly at wide receiver, but they like, no, you're a tight end.
But is it just me, or does Taysom look like he's living a charm?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We already said it. Chris Rock said it best, right?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
That's
how good it is.
Yeah, man.
So, but yeah, Deebo deserves money. Top 5 receiver. Yes. I'm gonna say this again. I said Deebo deserves money, right? Okay, because I know Deebo is not gonna like what I'm about to say. This year, he's top 5, but Deebo did have an injury history.
Look at these guys planting the seed. So
before this year,
they try to lower the price.
Do you see that season? Do you see that season?
And this is why, America, to go back to T point a little bit and to my point, they go screw it up. Because they're gonna say little things like that, and this is why we can't give him money. We're gonna let him walk because he's injury prone.
What you mean going to? No, I'm not saying they should let him walk. I'm saying I understand.
That's what they're gonna say about it.
He only worth 12.
He only worth Hell million.
Hey, let that man go ahead and come to Lambeau. Y'all don't want that man.
I
Obviously.
understand.
This is the case.
Didn't I just say he had an injury history before that?
You gonna
gonna
start
put him in
preaching.
that cold weather?
I got these books. I got these books over here. I got
You
these
gonna
books
put
over
him in
here.
cold weather for 9 games?
We
8
just
games?
signed
Yo,
Sammy
yo.
Watkins.
Jojo. Let me throw
We
some numbers
just
at you.
signed Sammy Watkins.
Jojo. I'm
Come
gonna
on
throw
now.
some numbers at you. This is a 9 to 9 conversation. I'm gonna throw some numbers at you.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Jimmy getting 27.5 million a year. He is the top paid guy
Go
on our
ahead.
squad.
I don't even curse. Make me curse. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I will try. I will try. Trent Williams is getting 23 a year. Fred Warner's getting 19. D4 is getting 17. We all know, me, you, Clay, Stowe know what we feel about D4.
Ford finna be off the books though.
All right. Eric Armstead getting 17. George Kittle getting 15. Charvarius Ward 13.5. Jimmy Ward 9.5. Where Deebo at?
Kittle, I
No,
feel sometimes
he deserves his money.
More than Kittle? Let me ask you this. More than Kittle.
Let me ask y'all, is Deebo Samuel the best offensive player for the 49ers?
Absolutely.
Yes.
All day long, twice on Sunday.
So
then what
that's
we
what
talking about?
Here's what I'm saying. Okay. Here's what I'm saying. Do we even have the money to pay him?
Yes. We can shave something somewhere.
No. I'm talking about without shaving anything. Do we have the money?
No, I'm gonna say no because I just gave you a bunch of guys that are in the
my point exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But
with Jimmy off the books,
all right,
I say pay him.
I say if you're not gonna get rid of Jimmy.
Now I'm not going over 25.
If you're not gonna get rid of Jimmy, you might not like this now.
I'm not going over 25.
You might not like this, but in this draft right here, this draft. And this is where it gets a little sketchy for us. This is where it gets sketchy because we gave up so much to get Trey Lance that we're not going to use. But yet the guy that we're going to get rid of is the most highest paid player on our team. And then we're going to turn around and we're not going to pay the guy that has been the most instrumental to us getting to where we a lot of people did not consider us getting to the NFC title game with that squad. We weren't even a thought. So
right, absolutely.
So now here's what I say. This is what I say we do. We back up. We get rid of Trent Williams. For some reason, we love D Ford. I'm just accepting that in my life.
No, we can't off his contract.
We can't get rid of his contract. We just have to understand that D Ford is one of us. Okay. So we move on. Okay. So we have to get rid of Trent Williams, and in this draft where offensive linemen are very, very, very plentiful, we get it right in this draft. We get a guy.
Because you saying Jimmy gonna be the quarterback.
Because right? Jimmy's just gonna be the guy. They have not did what the coach said. The coach came right to you and said in your television, they said Carson Wentz ain't a boy. He gone. And they did that.
Yeah. No. So I disagree with that.
Okay.
I think we have to keep Trent. I'm saying we need to go and do right by getting rid of Jimmy. Deebo deserves his money, but I want to put y'all on. I want to put y'all on record because we just saying, do he deserve his money? We're not putting a figure out there. Let's just say, and I'm not saying Deebo asked for this. Let's say he says, I want to be the highest paid wide receiver because I do XYZ. There's no other receiver that is doing what I'm doing. Right?
Can't give it to him.
Do you?
hesitate.
I can't give him high paid.
Do you give him that money? 30 million. Let's just say 30 million.
You can't get 30 million.
30 million.
You can't get 30 million. He ain't more valuable than me and my job. He can't get 30 million.
Do you give him 30 million a year?
Here's what he can get. He can get 25 easy. That puts him comfortably in front of Stephon.
I want you to think about this. Let me ask you this. Were you all asking me, was Deebo Samuel a top 5 receiver last year?
Mm-hmm.
You were?
That's what I'm asking.
Nobody was asking that. I don't think nobody was.
Nobody
asking
was asking that last
No,
year.
not about Deebo.
But I'm talking about after his performance. This is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
While he was doing what he was doing,
Mhm.
49er fans were telling me he was like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
no
that
doubt.
guy.
No
Now
doubt.
that he's asking for money, 49er fans are saying he's not
He's
like
not
that.
that
So
guy.
I'm not. So
No,
I'm not one of
I'm
them
not
that's
that
saying
guy.
that.
No,
I'm just trying to.
no.
I'm trying to look at it from his point of view. I understand him, but I'm also looking at it from the way the team is looking at it. They're going to look at his totality.
Okay,
as a Niner.
I'm looking at take Devontae Adams out of it.
Okay.
And take Cooper Kupp out of it.
Okay.
Where do you got Deebo Samuel falling after those two guys?
But what was okay in terms of just play, right? We're talking play now.
Play, yeah.
Okay,
Football player.
Like
football player.
Your whole boy.
Yeah, it's okay.
I
so after
took them
those
out.
two,
Them two, I'm taking those two out and sitting them on
so now
the
you got the
side.
likes of like Tyreek Hill,
Jamar Chase, all these boys, Diggs, all these boys.
I'm still on the clock.
I'm after what he did this past year.
Deebo is up there.
I'm gonna put him. I might put him top.
He's top 3.
So
He's
how do you not pay him?
You gotta pay him.
I said he deserves his money.
You gotta.
I'm saying, can you have a winning team with your wide receiver getting paid that much money?
Hey, that's why I did a segment about that.
I
did a segment about that.
I do not pay him.
But I don't have that problem because we got off the ground. I don't have a wide receiver. I'm gonna be wide receiver for Green Bay Packers right now.
Man, you have a great wide receiver. His name gonna be Jameson Williams.
I'm gonna be the wide out. Ray Leo gonna be in the slot.
He deserves to get 20.
Well, he might
get more money.
Ray had more speed than me. He gonna be out on wide. I'm gonna be in the slot. That's what we doing.
He deserves.
We all know you, Jimmy Graham.
Joe, like for real, to answer your question, I would not pay him $30 million. I would
not. He's not 30 million. He's not 30 million. He's not.
To me, top 5 wide receiver or not, and I don't know if he's top 5, but he's definitely right around there. He's definitely in the argument. But I just didn't lose any sleep when they got rid of Amari Cooper. He's definitely not top 5, top 10. But you waste time looking for guys over and over again when the objective is just simply to get open and make plays. Now, if you value getting open and making plays, and you think Deebo Samuel gets open and make plays better than anybody in the game, to give that man his money. I just think personally that you can find somebody that can duplicate the production. Maybe not the way it's done, but the production.
I don't know. I don't know about this guy, Ray.
So I will say to Deebo, please go and get your money. And if they don't want to give it to you, force your way out.
Absolutely. I agree.
But I, in good faith, would not give him $30 million. Because if we're saying he's top 3 or top 3, top 3 like, then he's got to demand the number 1 money, because that's what you do when you're top 3. You want to ask for number 1 money.
When you next up, you get
all it is.
He's worth $25 million. He's worth $25 million to me because he does a lot with his skill set. His skill set, the Kyle Shanahan scheme asks for him to be a running back, a receiver, a blocker. He's asked to do a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
Only way we're gonna get where we were is because of him.
We're asking him to do a lot because one, as great as the Shanahan run blocking scheme is, we missed out drafting Trey Sermon. That was a bad draft pick.
Yeah, that was a bad
draft.
That's John Lynch's fault.
Yeah. We're not drafting wide receivers well. We got a receiver in our youth, but his best ability is to get downfield. But guess what? We got a quarterback that can't get him the ball.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna let you close it out. I'm just gonna give these names and then I'm gonna move on. Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill, Diggs, and Hop. Those are the best 5 receivers in the game today. So just to answer that question, no, not a top 5 receiver.
Okay. Yeah. Cesar Leo says not top 5. Yeah. Do y'all agree or disagree with that?
I disagree.
I disagree only because I'm looking at the fact that and I'm penalizing Hop because he was hurt.
Now I'm penalizing Hop because Hop has now got his money and I don't think Hop is the same guy. Now, I do think Hop is a victim of being a Texan. And I think that the Cardinals bought high on Hop. Therefore, whatever you get from DeAndre Hopkins is what you get. But
Now,
I
he
think
shined his first year now.
But what I'm saying to you is, though, they used them up in
Oh.
Houston, and I think that now
Gotcha.
in Arizona, he's getting one of them off the strength type contracts
Yeah.
where,
Okay.
yeah, you 27 mil because you DeAndre Hopkins, and this is what you done over here where you didn't have nothing but nothing besides Deshaun Watson, and so we gotta pay you, we gotta pay you. So we want to secure you because we got this so-called next generation quarterback coming up in Kyler Murray that we're trying to fit pieces around. But if you're talking number, average salary, he's supposed to get paid in front of DJ Moore. And you could argue Stephon Diggs, in my opinion. I don't think Stephon Diggs is just otherworldly. He got a guy that
it's hard to compare Deebo because he does all this.
Yeah, he does a lot.
All of the other stuff. He's not your traditional wide receiver.
And that's where he's a victim of what he does well, other than being a traditional receiver. And the NFL has not adapted long enough to say, we adapt and we understand who you are, what you are. Just like you were saying, I think it was Adam was talking about the Jimmy Graham situation. It's the same thing. They don't want to put these guys in a certain vein where it's like, okay, you ain't a receiver always, you a running back sometimes. They said, did he lead us in touchdowns this year?
And rushing touchdown?
I thought he did.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's what the team asked him to do, and he delivered. So you got
his agent, boy. Y'all wouldn't want to see me in the negotiating
for that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, to be honest, I think he got the upper hand in this.
He got the upper hand. You can't get that off. You can't get that off.
Now
You can't get that kind of run off against Dallas without that guy.
Stay strong, Deebo.
And y'all Packer and Cowboy fans, y'all stop that, man.
Stall him out,
stop
Deebo.
DMing that man like that. We know what you're doing.
What you need?
We
what
know
you
what
want?
That ain't us.
What you want? What you
That
need?
ain't
We know what y'all
Nothing to do with us.
That's like the Trump people saying it was Antifa that stormed the
nothing to do with us.
Man, we ain't
nothing to do with us.
Man, ain't no problem.
No, ain't got nothing to do with it. But
I
would love to have him over there in Lambeau.
Sound like everybody would love to have him except the 49ers.
Except
what it sound like.
I want him. I want to pay him what he worth.
But America, y'all chime in. Y'all tell us, NFL fan for real. Where y'all got Deebo Samuel at as a wide receiver? You feel me? Is he top 5 for y'all? Top 10? You know what I'm saying? Tell us where y'all rank Deebo Samuel. Because I know my brothers up here tripping. They don't want to pay this man.
Somebody on YouTube gonna say,
hey, right now, Ray. Right now, we'll give you Deebo.
Come on.
And Jimmy for Dak.
Oh my God.
And CeeDee Lamb.
Hang the phone up, Caesar. Hang the phone up.
Pick up, Caesar.
Think about it. Think about it. Think about it.
Pick up.
Think about it, Ray.
Pick up.
Put it on so.
He hung up.
My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me across all social media platforms. Like the videos and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit Statement Tees, LLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.